Hey dog, I gotta go to the Dollar Tree, but I'll be back soon. You sit there and just relax, take it easy. Hey, what's going on, guys? So it's a nice day out. I figured I would take a stroll to the Dollar Tree. While I'm at it, I might as well review some Dollar Tree movies. I haven't made a video like this in a while, so now is the time. So I'm gonna be ranking these from my least favorite to favorite, but I'm gonna start off with this one, Ruin Me, which just didn't work. And that actually has happened to me many times before, like 4 or 5 times with Dollar Tree movies, where they just don't work. I tested it in 2 different DVD players. I think what might happen is sometimes they get a bad batch, and then they just, you know, put them aside and send them off to the Dollar Tree. I could be wrong. It could just be random that sometimes DVDs don't work. But that's what happened with this one, Ruin Me. So next up are these two, and to be honest, I only watched both of these for about 5 minutes each and turned them off because I realized they weren't going to be my thing. So not really fair, but just figured I would let you guys know I was not into these at all. Pandemonium, guy in a panda mask, killing people. And you know, there's similar movies. The movie Stage Fright from the 80s. This is about a guy who wears like an owl mask. But that's well done in an awesome movie. This is just kind of amateurish, and I didn't want to watch it. Detectives just seemed like it was gonna be lame, so I skipped that one. So now for movies I actually did watch. Rabid, was not a fan. The original David Cronenberg movie is fantastic. Why get some hack to remake it? Does not make sense to me whatsoever. Some of the makeup effects are okay, but it's just amateurish and not very good. The funniest part of the movie is that CM Punk has a cameo, and he plays kind of like a skeezy like club guy, and yeah, he gets killed off you know, within 2 minutes, but funny seeing him in this movie. So I've been more selective with the Dollar Tree movies I've been watching, and this one is next on the list, and it's not the worst thing ever, but it's also not great. The best thing about this movie is the makeup effects, and you know, the gore is really good. Or I don't even know if it's good, it's just like really violent. So this was not great, but not the worst thing. The monsters in this do look like they're wearing rubber masks though. Next on the list, Shaquille O'Neal, Like No Other. Perfectly fine to watch this, but it's low on the list because it's a documentary that is basically just showing NBA clips of Shaq. They do like interview him and stuff. So it's entertaining, but not like a real movie. So this is low, but if you like basketball, then this is worth buying at the Dollar Tree. I should have stated the point of this video is, you know, we all know Dollar Tree sells movies. Are they worth buying? Are they worth watching? Next on the list is TV's Greatest Very Special Episodes. Highly recommend this one for $1.25. It's low on the list because it is a compilation of sitcoms, so again, not really a movie, but these are just entertaining. Takes you back. Now a lot of these I didn't even watch. Some of these are before my time. It's just funny like how corny some of these very special episodes are, and also how like heavy they are, because usually the episodes are very like, you know, light, and then these deal with heavy topics. I already talked about this in a previous video where I picked this up, so that's enough about this one, but yeah, recommend it. Next up, Gumby's Arctic Antics. If you want to watch Gumby and you want to see him in the Arctic, here's your chance with this one. Now Gumby is so surreal that it's just such a joy to watch. Recommend Gumby. Next up is Sasquatch. Is this better than Gumby? No, but it's an original movie, so I at least have to give it credit for that, so I'm putting it a little bit higher. It's fine. It's somewhat comical. Tim Meadows is in this. He's funny. This guy Neil Flynn plays like a survival expert, Sasquatch expert type guy, and he's really funny, so this is all right. Might want to pick this one up if it looks like it interests you. This one here, Out Cold, I'm putting a little bit higher on the list than Sasquatch because it is a higher budget movie with, you know, better actors, but I don't think I laughed at this movie. It's somewhat entertaining to watch. I prefer the 2000s movie Out Cold that Zach Galifianakis is in. But this was fine. I don't really recommend it, but if you do watch it, not a total waste of time. So the movie is basically about this woman puts her husband in John Lithgow's freezer, and John Lithgow thinks that he killed him and has to cover it up. Next up is this movie called Fireworks. Gorgeous looking movie. Animation in this is fantastic. The movie itself is pretty good. Some of the times I didn't know like what they were talking about. A recurring theme is this kid keeps talking about how he wants to know if fireworks are flat or not. And basically what he means by that are like fireworks three-dimensional, but why not just say are fireworks three-dimensional instead of are fireworks flat? Because that kind of like, what does that mean, are fireworks flat? Anyways, I said fireworks flat too many times in this video, so I'm gonna move along. So unfortunately nothing free at the thrift store today. Talked a lot about DVDs so far, but the real reason for this video, I want to talk to you about Jesus. The Jesus Rolls, that is. This movie was pretty good. It's a spin-off of The Big Lebowski, but really just in name only. There's no references to The Big Lebowski, and I don't even think this was originally supposed to be a Big Lebowski spin-off. Basically just like a quirky crime dramedy type movie, and you know, if you link it to The Big Lebowski, more people will go see it. If it wasn't linked to The Big Lebowski, I probably wouldn't be talking about it now. It probably wouldn't have even been released. But it's pretty entertaining. Basically, you know, Jesus here, he goes on like a crime spree with this girl he like falls in love with. Not bad. Now this is going to be controversial. There's Wendy's right there. Wendy's is overrated. I hear a lot of people, they talk about Wendy's like it's some like gourmet fast food type place. I mean, maybe it's like barely better than McDonald's, but I'm not a huge Wendy's fan. My problem with fast food nowadays is a combo meal is like $8 or $9, and you can go to a higher quality restaurant like Chipotle or Chili's and basically get a meal for the same price. I am gonna pop in here though because they do have something I want to try. Can I get a medium strawberry frosty? A little small for a $2.35, but I am excited that it's strawberry flavored. Why didn't they come out with this 20 years ago? I don't know. Let's give it a little taste test here. Better than the chocolate flavor. I don't know why they had just chocolate for so long. Chocolate is like the worst ice cream flavor, and I'm sorry again if that's controversial. Like chocolate, like you know, Hershey's bar, great. Chocolate ice cream, no thank you. This movie right here, Terrified, not to be confused with Terrifier, is pretty good only because the creature effects are awesome, and it's like actually like kind of scary. The like filmmaking and the script are bad, but like I said, the monster in this is awesome. So I do recommend this movie. Kind of a hidden gem slightly, I would say. So it's been like a minute and a half and I'm already halfway done. I eat ice cream way too fast and always get an ice cream headache. I just can't help myself, I devour food. So a not so hidden subliminal message, the necklace right here, collar, says mom. Next on the list, VFW. Now when I picked this up, I didn't realize this was directed by Joe Bagos, who is from Rhode Island, and that's my home state. He directed one called Almost Human, which I think is pretty good. It's, you know, kind of a hidden gem horror movie. And obviously he is very influenced by John Carpenter, Almost Human being like The Thing, and this one being more like Assault on Precinct 13, because this is also a siege movie. And yeah, this has a bunch of cool actors and is a pretty fun time. I recommend this one as well. I think I like this one more than Almost Human. So yeah, you see this at the Dollar Tree, pick it up. And we'll pop into the Dollar Tree. I doubt they have anything. I check all the time. They haven't had a drop in over a month, and it's kind of upsetting. They got 4th of July stuff out here. Used to love these things as a kid. I hope there's not a lot of fireworks this year. As I've gotten older, I have become a grump, and I just don't like fireworks. I think they're annoying. I like looking at them. I don't like when the neighbors use them until like 2 in the morning though. Hello. Do you happen to know if new DVDs are coming out anytime?
Not that I know of. I know they stock them every couple of days.
Yeah, I always check.
But yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, just the same old stuff here. You hear that truck making all that noise? That's known as a Jake brake. And you'll sometimes see signs that say no Jake brakes. So that's what that means. If you see a sign, no Jake brakes, it's for semi trucks. They can't use that brake right there because it's loud and annoying. Next up, we got Deadly Fiends collection here. Now, I only watched 2 of these. I watched Your Vice is a Locked Room, and only I have the key. And I watched The Dark Friend is Death's Friend. No, wait, The Dark is Death's Friend. I forgot how to read there for a second. And these were pretty good Italian giallo movies. Your Vice is a Locked Room. That one, like, usually these are mysteries. This one kind of doesn't even try to hide the mystery. You know who the killer is right away. And it's pretty well made. Both of them were well made. And I probably will get around to watching these other 2 as well at some point. Next on the list, this one, batteries didn't come with it. Batteries not included. What's interesting about this movie, it's a very early movie. I remember seeing in the theater as a little kid. And for a while, I thought it might be the first movie I saw. But going through like movies I remember, I think Little Shop of Horrors is the first movie I remember seeing, which came out like a year earlier. I probably saw a movie before that, but I just don't remember. But yeah. And this is pretty good. Entertaining. What's funny is it's written by Mick Garris, who now does like a lot of Stephen King adaptations. And he's not great, but just the stories by him. And this is presented by Steven Spielberg. It's a very Steven Spielberg like type of story. Like little robots help people fix up their apartment building. And pretty entertaining. I was glad to find this at Dollar Tree. So passing through this plaza right here, and I can't help but think, oh my god, a Funko Land would be perfect right there. I always think of Funko Land when I see strip malls. And it's kind of sad that they don't exist anymore. Well, Funko Land doesn't exist. Now it's GameStop, but like those probably won't exist in 5 years. Not that GameStop is that cool, but at least it's something. There'll be no retail eventually. It'll just be Target and Walmart. So nostalgia is a weird thing because, like, of course, things from back in the day you look back fondly on because you're a little kid, but also things might have actually been better. Like, it might not just be like nostalgia, like tricking you. It's really hard to say. Next on the list, we got Jedi Junkies, documentary about people really into Star Wars, and it's pretty well made. It's entertaining, and I recommend watching it if you find it. Next up is Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich. I really like this movie. It did have some problems, but oh my god, the gore is so over the top. It's borderline like in bad taste, but yeah, it's all like practical effects and they're very well done. Thomas Lennon stars in this. He's Officer Dangle from Reno 911. He's hilarious. He's not really trying to be funny in this movie. It's still a good time though. Some of the kills are like borderline like you might be like upset over them. There's like they kill like a baby at one point. It's really absurd. So I look up on IMDb sometimes to see if other people feel the same way I do about movies. And what's funny about this one is it's basically a reboot, and people are mad that it changes things from the original, as if the original Puppet Master is like sacred. Like, who cares? It's just Puppet Master. Let them change it. And the change they don't like is that in the original, the creator of the dolls wasn't Nazi, but now he is. Like, so what? That makes a better story. That, yeah, the guy's a Nazi and he makes like evil puppets. That's better. Who cares if they change it? Next one, Throw Mama from the Train. A classic, kind of not fair being on here, going against, you know, independent movies, which probably cost $20,000 to make. But yeah, I rank this pretty high. It's funny and a good time all around. Zoolander 2. Didn't know this existed until I saw it on the shelves at the Dollar Tree. Now this was probably straight to video. Actually, that phrase probably like is out of date by now. Straight to video, more like straight to streaming and to DVD. Technically not on video. Pretty soon there'll be, what's the other word for it? I guess video on demand, they call them. But anyways, yeah, most likely didn't go to theaters. Surprisingly funny. A funny joke in this was Zoolander couldn't figure out how to make pasta soft. And then he felt that his kid lost all respect for him. So yes, I definitely recommend this movie right here. If you like the first one, you'll like this one. It's about equal. They're both good. Next up, One Cut of the Dead. Oh my God, I really, really like this movie. I don't want to give away what it's about, but you know, a zombie movie, but there's more to it than that. There's basically like 3 parts of this movie. The middle section is a little boring, but the beginning and end are great. I highly, highly recommend this one. I didn't actually open this because I watched it on Shudder. It might also be on Tubi. So next on the list, second favorite, Sausage Party. I didn't think I would like this movie at all. It's very, very funny. I feel that, like, you know, like, oh, a kid's movie, but it's actually for adults. That's been played out, that's been done a lot, but this does it right. And yeah, Nick Kroll, he was probably the funniest one. He plays a literal douche. And yeah, I do recommend this movie. I laughed a lot during it. Hey, how are you?
Good for yourself?
Good, good.
Wherever you want to go to speak.
Thank you. And I'll get my usual. I'm kind of a big deal here at Chili's. And my favorite movie I found recently at the Dollar Tree is Spree. This is just a fun, very well-made movie. This guy makes videos for the internet, but doesn't have many viewers, so he decides he's gonna drive for Uber and kill his passengers live on stream. And it's just very well made, the acting's very good, and I highly, highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time around. Before I get out of here at Chili's, there's a combo. You get a bowl of soup and a Chipotle bowl for $9. Fantastic deal right there. Yeah. Also, if you agree or disagree with my opinions, let me know in the comments. Okay, see you next time around. Yeah, I'm back.